So I wanted to talk about when you eat super bad on the weekend, because I just spoke to a client who told me that she ate really bad this weekend, and guess what her most amazing idea was to do? Not eat. She was like, I'm just not gonna eat till lunch, and then I'm just gonna have soup, and then like for dinner I'll have 3 hard-boiled egg whites, and like then I should not be bloated. Okay, see, this is where the biggest mistake is you cannot do anything about what you already did. Like you can't take it back. Like you can't fix it. You already ate bad. You already made those bad choices. You already pigged out, and you feel terrible about it, right? And you feel like you gained 5 pounds just from what you ate in 2 days. And you probably didn't gain 5 pounds over what you ate in 2 days, but it's quite possible you did if you really did binge eat, like ate a ton of bad stuff and drank. It's possible that you have some like few pounds of water weight and a few pounds of fat, but you're not gonna undo that in a day, okay? So the absolute worst thing that you can do, okay, pay attention. And I know this is hard because I know this is what you want to do, because this is what all my clients want to do, and this is what all my friends want to do, because I have a friend that eats bad all the time, and then she's like, I'll just not eat tomorrow. Okay, this is the absolute worst thing you could do. You ready for this? This is what you can't do when you have a bad eating day. Ready? You cannot not eat, okay? Don't try to wait as many hours as you can to eat the next day and try to like not eat carbs all day and eat very little and make up for what you did yesterday. You can't make up for what you did yesterday, okay? Those calories are in, all right? You can't do anything. If you try to not eat, you're gonna end up spending the entire day with low blood sugar. Now, when you have low blood sugar, this is what's happening physiologically in your body. Your body is screaming to you, going, sugar, sugar, feed me, sugar. Your body is in a state of stress, in a state, like there's no homeostasis in the body right now. Your body's in like a state of shock, and it's screaming sugar for survival, okay? So that's what happens when too many hours go by without you eating. So if you try to not eat because you feel bad about what you ate yesterday, there's only a certain amount of hours you're gonna be able to not eat before you start looking at like everything looks like the most amazing thing in the whole world, and you just want to eat everything that's in front of you, and you don't feel like eating like, you know, chicken and broccoli. You want to eat like bad food. You want to eat carbs. You want to eat simple sugars because your body's craving it. It's normal for that to happen because you haven't eaten in so many hours. So the worst thing that you can do after you have a bad weekend of eating or a bad day of eating is try to starve yourself, is try to not eat. Don't do that. Not only are you gonna end up screwing yourself because you're gonna have low blood sugar and you're gonna crave sugar, and at that point it's like 10 times harder to have willpower to not eat the crap, excuse my language, but you're gonna be slowing metabolism. So you're gonna have a less chance of an ability to burn fat more effectively. You're like double screwing yourself. So please, I know it sounds crazy because you think to yourself, I ate so many calories, so many bad calories, and now I'm gonna continue eating. Well, maybe if I eat less, it'll make up for yesterday. It doesn't work that way. If it worked that way, we would all be super ripped and it would be so much easier. It doesn't work that way. Here's what you can do. You ready? Just eat perfectly. So after a bad eating weekend or day, just the next day say, I commit to eating perfectly today. If you want, cut back on your carbs. Maybe don't eat as many carbs. Maybe don't eat carbs in every meal. Maybe cut out carbs from a few meals. Or maybe if you eat like, you know, that much of rice, maybe eat half of it. And just commit to eating perfectly for 2 days and doing exercise. And you will be 10 million times way better off than if you try to starve yourself and if you try to eat like a mouse would eat. Don't try to not eat. You're gonna royally screw yourself. You're gonna end up eating more because you're gonna have low blood sugar, you're gonna crave sugar, and guess what's gonna happen? You're gonna do awesome. You're gonna be like, okay, I'm dying. You're just gonna drink like coffee and tea and tons of water and brush your teeth and chew gum and have mints all day because you're starving and you're trying to hold your appetite by drinking coffee and filling yourself up on water or tea, and you're gonna be able to do that till about like 7 o'clock, and then you're gonna start like fantasizing about sugar and food. And when everybody goes to sleep, guess what you're gonna do? You're going to be in the pantry looking for cookies and pretzels and chips and crackers, and in the fridge looking for fruit, and you're gonna end up loading yourself up with bad calories all at the end of the night when you're not active, and you slowed metabolism the whole day, and you're in like a vicious cycle. Don't do it. You can't make up for a bad eating day. You can't. I'm sorry to be so blunt, but it drives me nuts that people try to make up for a bad eating day or bad weekend. You can't. Don't have that mentality. It's gonna screw you every time. Just say, eat perfectly. As soon as you wake up, have protein and a little bit of healthy fat, like an egg white omelet with veggies and some avocado. And 3 hours later, bam, a little bit more protein and vegetables. And bam, then have a little bit of quinoa with some fish. Eat perfectly. Okay, maybe have smaller amounts of your good food, but don't try and starve yourself. Don't wait as long as you can for the whole day to eat, because you will end up binge eating again. And that's what got us in this position in the first place. Okay, so if that was you, if you had a really bad eating weekend, if you binge ate or drank, don't try to not eat today. Okay, from now on, eat perfectly. Okay. Now, another thing, quick thing, right before I come out, because this was just really quick because I just spoke to somebody and it made me think of this. Now, if you are binge eating a lot on the weekends, like this is what you normally do, like you're pretty good all week, you eat super healthy, you're exercising, but every weekend when it comes, you like go crazy, like you want to eat everything and like you eat a lot of it and you eat super fast. If that's happening to you, it's most likely because you are depriving yourself too much during the week. You're like counting calories, you're not eating enough, and you're not enjoying what you eat. So the weekend comes when you're like, have a little bit more slack and you lose control. Lose control. If that's you, my friend, I want to just encourage you and challenge you to try to change the way you're eating during the week. Find some recipes online. There's tons of places you can find recipes. Start trying to make healthy food that's enjoyable, that you can eat and not feel like you're on a diet. Start eating a little bit more of healthy foods and don't starve yourself so much, because when you're depriving yourself so much and when you are not enjoying what you eat, it's gonna cause you to binge eat every single time. I tell you this only because I've been there, because I used to like be so strict on my diet and count calories and measure my food and try to eat so bland that when the weekend come, I would like swallow, like you have no idea how much food in such a short amount of time, and I could never get to where I wanted to. And it wasn't until I started eating more moderately and stopped being so crazy and obsessive about food that I was actually able to get into the best shape of my life and stop binge eating. Okay, so that's my tip for you today. Take it for all it's worth. I hope that you can make those changes. And if you're like, Michelle, I really want to try to stop binge eating. I want to try and enjoy eating healthier so that it becomes more of a lifestyle and not so much like you feel like you're on a diet and you don't know where to begin. I will go ahead and post a link to my meal plans. It's what I follow on a daily basis. It's what helped me to stop binge eating and stopped me from like being so obsessive with food and counting calories and eating so bland and boring, and it made me crazy. And because of it, I learned how to cook. I mean, I spent years like studying like cooking shows and cooking magazines, and you know, I'd already been studying diet and nutrition for so long. Hi guys. Oh, hey, I remember you. Hi Crystal. Hey Glenn. So because of it, I put together all the knowledge that I had for so many years as a fitness coach, 20 years plus, everything that I was learning about cooking, healthy cooking and eating, and I made these meal plans. I really, truly, I made them for me. Like, I made them for myself, and that's how I taught myself to be able to stop binge eating and eat healthy and enjoy it and get in the best shape of my life after having 2 kids. And then I got so many questions about what I did that I decided to make it into a program. So it's an ebook now, and if you want to see how I eat and how I was able to do this because you feel somehow like me, then I'll go ahead and post a link in one of the comments so that you can check it out and see if you think it would be a good fit for you. But other than that, have a nice day. Sorry for the rant, but somebody just told me about this and I'm so tired of people trying to not eat after they binge eat. It will not get you anywhere. Okay, love you, and I will see you soon.